everyone. It's Stacy Schock with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Innovative Real Estate. Welcome to Deck Discussions. I'm here today with my favorite stager and color consultant, Erin Absmeier with Absmeier Home Staging. And so glad to have you here today,
Thank you for
Erin.
having me.
Yeah, and so one of the great things about Erin is not only does she do home staging, which you should go look at my listings because she does probably 95% of them for me.
Mm-hmm.
And she does a great job, and the homes always sell with her help. So I really appreciate you.
Oh, of course.
But one of your great talents is that you have a background in interior design and
Yes.
color. And so you also offer a service to people where they can utilize you to help with color consultations in their home, either how to accessorize or put paint into their home to help bring it to life, either getting it ready to sell or on the other side, how they want to live in it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of times people, when you're selling a home, you want to appeal to the masses. It's no longer color selections for you to live there.
Yeah.
And I think people just get confused about which direction to head in. So I can come in and help pick a streamlined color that's going to appeal to the masses. And then that way your personal touch isn't on it. And we get the most bang for your buck. Also, when people are considering exterior colors, if they're painting before they're listing or they move into a new home and it needs painted, that can be a tough selection to make.
Yes.
I oftentimes drive through neighborhoods and see paint swatches on the side of the home or on the garage. And so, it's a big investment and you want to make sure that it's done correctly. And so I can come and help guide you on the color selections for the paint.
Yeah. Paint is really interesting because I do feel like it evokes just emotion and feeling from people. I know my neighbors behind me, who you can't see right now, but their house originally was a green, like a kind of a mustardy green color, and they just thought it was the worst color in the world. So they actually ended up painting their house the same color as mine. Gray, but no big deal.
Yep. Well, I think you're right. It does. It hits an emotional part. I've studied color theory, so I can, when we're deciding colors, mainly inside, I kind of ask a series of questions. How are you using this room? What feel are you looking for? And that's kind of how we base our selections.
Yeah.
But you're right. Picking the wrong color and painting over and over and over is it wears on you.
Yeah. And can get expensive.
Exactly. So and I always steer people away from choosing paints in the store. You've got to look at them in your home with your lighting and your decor.
Well, I guess if you're choosing a paint color, you like it in the store and you bring it home and it doesn't look quite right, are there tips or tricks on how to kind of still get the essence of that color to make it work in your home?
Yeah, and every color, gray is really popular right now. And when I do paint consultations, everybody says, I don't want a blue gray and I don't want a pink gray. I don't want these undertones. And you can't tell that when you're in the store. So the best way to do it is to take it home. I always, when I'm doing paint selections, I have, they're so small. The samples are so small.
Yeah.
So it's a good place to start to have several options. And then if you're doing it on your own, get some of the paint samples and paint an area. I usually paint 3 or 4 spaces in a room because the lighting's going to be different. And I put it up against your trim or your door so that you're trying to eliminate the color that's already there. A lot of times the color that's already on the wall influences that little tiny paint swatch. And so we need a bigger area and we need to hold it up against white or something without color.
Does it work to paint like a piece of cardboard?
Sure.
And then put it up on the wall, like so that, or
Absolutely.
that works as well.
And some of the other, they offer, there's all kinds of things now. You can paint these plastic sheets and they stick to the wall. You can also, through Sherwin-Williams and Benjamin Moore, order large swatches for free. So I would encourage people to do that before you commit to a color.
That is great.
Yep.
And if you don't feel confident doing that, then Erin will be available to come in and give you a consultation. What are your consultation charges, Erin?
So if we're doing 1 to 2 rooms, it's $150 for me to come out. It's $150 for exterior because it's quicker and easier. And then depending on how many rooms we're looking at, then there's additional charges for each room.
Awesome. And do you also do some consultation on like additional decor? Like if somebody's thinking, oh, I want to shiplap this wall and that wall and this wall, you can help them with what might be not enough and what might be too much.
Absolutely.
Of that type of.
Yep. And it's going to be different on, you know, if you're staging to sell or if you're staging to live.
Right.
So it depends, but absolutely we can come in and help maximize, you know, your dollar. If you're selling, I can give advice on new countertops, cabinets, light fixtures, decor, and then once you've moved into your new home, sometimes it's even just a matter of me taking your current artwork and just hanging it up for you. A lot of times people put a piece of art on a nail because it's there and then they leave it there, or they don't ever unpack a box because it can be overwhelming. So I can come in and do that part of it for you.
Oh, that's great. So we'll have Erin's information below in the comments, and thank you so much for coming and having me.
I appreciate it.
It's great to have you here.
Thank you.